So where do we even begin?
I don't know.
I feel
Hey,
like the
welcome
last.
back, everybody.
I feel like the last couple of days, the last week
The
and a
last
half,
week has been a very eventful time.
it's been insane. We couldn't even make a podcast because we got so carried away with everything.
With
Shit.
work and extra stuff around the house and all sorts of random stuff and
Let's talk about the extracurricular activities. Where it really
extracurricular
matters.
activities.
Where do we start?
Honestly, like where do you go back?
Should we start
to?
from the beginning of the week, or should we go from like
What do we do at the
from
beginning?
like
Of the week?
yesterday
What do
back?
Yesterday,
No, let's start from last Monday.
last Monday.
Let's start. Let's start.
What are we gonna start with last Monday? What are we allowed to talk about last Monday?
So we should just say it the way it is.
North End with the pizza.
Ooh.
Is that where you were gonna go with that? No, we should.
That's exactly what I was
Oh,
saying.
that. Okay.
So we got a code name for this
For a place. I mean,
famous
that's fun.
strip club in LA. We call it North End. So there's a bar out here in Manhattan Beach that called North End, but they don't sell pizza, at least as far as I know. And so we say we're going to North End to get pizza, aka going to Sam's in downtown LA.
That's all we'll say. We won't say what it
And,
is. But Sam's is dope.
everybody that knows, they know.
Shout out to Sam's.
That shit pops off. And you could just say we fell in love, we fucked up our lives.
Not too much. Not too much.
It was worth
it was a fun eventful time. Uh,
Super worth it though. I would definitely do it again like tonight.
but their pizza there, low key, is bomb though. If you
Hey,
get the
pizza.
chance, if you get a chance to get some of their pizza.
The pizza's bomb there. The people that work there are dope. Like it's a dope ass spot for sure, hands down. But we definitely came to the conclusion that I'm toxic. Taylor gave me a full therapy session.
Yeah, I think we're both talking.
Yeah.
No, okay, not in the fun way, not like the bad like.
Yeah, we're not trying
We're
to
just
like,
gonna
hurt
go
people.
hurt a girl's feelings just to hurt her feelings,
Yeah.
unless she's part of the group and she wants to get roasted.
Yeah. Then roast the
Then
fuck
then
out.
everybody's allowed to get roasted. No one's. I'm trying to find.
We
There
trying
we
to
go.
find.
There we go.
So, anyways, we found out that I'm toxic. We found out that I find excitement in sending the risky message of creating the toxic
Yeah. No,
scenario. Like
I'm gonna do it though.
that like iffy moment of like, oh fuck, should I send this? Like this might come out rough. This might come out rough. This might come out rough. Fuck it, send it. Go.
That's the best. You just gotta
Boom.
double down on it, no matter what. If you're just wondering,
Oh yeah.
just double down. Just hit send. If you're wondering, risking that text message, if you wanna ruin a friendship, is what these new kids are saying. Just hit send. Just why not? And you have your next chance on 2/22. That's like the day.
Oh, so that's another toxic thing we did.
Oh
So
yeah.
on 2/2 at 2:22, we sent out messages being toxic. We also I sent a fun message just to test the fun and the shits for
What
it.
is that?
I sent a
Speaking of that,
message.
2/20.
I sent a message through Zelle at that time as well. So it was pretty interesting. Um,
Who you send that message to through Sal?
let's not talk about that.
Let's just say a friend.
Let's just say wifey number one.
Wifey number one.
Yeah.
When you add a number, a numerical number, it implies that there might be another wifey, wifey 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I
Is
mean,
there?
that's a possibility.
This just
There's,
in.
there's always room for growth.
He's Mormon. He likes lots of families. He wants
He's good at starting families.
not staying, but starting them for sure.
Oh, 1,000.
Okay, so that was a Monday, and then
What other toxic stuff went down? Oh, you just gave me that full blown therapy session. Oh, and then talk about the double down. How you were talking about it, because like people may not understand what that really means. So the double down is like when you send that risky text, and you send something, and you're like,
don't
"Fuck."
unsend it.
Yeah,
Send
don't
like
unsend it.
a backup one
Right.
that kind of just ingrains or like cements the other one. Like
It kind of like supports the
Yeah.
first one.
you have a supporting statement to follow
Yeah.
up with.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because the other night I sent out a risky text, and I was like, I gotta pull this back. And I was telling Taylor about it. It was like Friday night or something, and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. And I remember I kept telling you, I was like, fuck, I should pull back. I should pull back.
I'm gonna unsend,
Yeah.
which people get that message that it's unsent. So
Yes.
they know you sent something.
Exactly. And then I was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. Ended up um, doubling down on it. Like Taylor said, send another one to follow up on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
And
think you're cute. Send fucking. I wanna have your babies.
so I went for it, but it complimented the first one, and it wasn't like you gotta be careful to like not make it too thirsty.
Yeah, don't be too.
You
don't
gotta
be
make
too
it like
long.
almost like a bit comical. Like it's almost like the first message has to be like a hook, like what, like where they create curiosity, and then the second one has to be like it wraps it all up, but also with a joke.
Yeah.
So that way, like it flows. If not, you gotta use that formula. If not, you can go diabolical. And then they wrote back. They said, "Oh my gosh, so cute."
Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm
And I was
falling in
like,
love.
"Damn."
Oh, papi wet.
So we'll send that
As far
all
as
the
like,
time.
do you think you have any other code names? Like
For what?
for anything? Like, I mean, because that's our code name for Sam's.
Think it's a pizza.
North End with the pizza.
Let's go get
Or
some
you
pizza.
just say pizza with the jalapenos.
Ooh.
We both know what that is.
Super snacks.
I'm trying to think if you have any codes for like any sort of like engagements or and doing anything like with your buddies. Like, have you ever had any other different ones?
No, because I never really had to like hide things. If that makes sense. Like it wasn't like, oh, like
Just do it plain in sight.
so and so's girlfriend's gonna find out. Like we'd all just be open about it. Like no one.
There's a code. There's a code. Code brown or code pink at one of the bars I worked for, and that would be if your girlfriend was walking up, the front door guy would call out the code, and it would let them know that everyone would hear it in the mic, and everyone would know, oh, someone's girlfriend's here. So I
You
mean,
guys are
it
toxic.
was dude, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
I was
especially
always
at the bars that you worked
I
at.
was
Like they
always
were
at the
crazy popping.
yeah, I was always at the front door, so I don't have to worry about that. I saw my girlfriend walking up, and I doubled down.
Double down on that code pink.
uh, and then after that, so that was an eventful Monday.
That was.
And then we didn't.
I feel like so much other stuff is happening. We're just like
Honestly,
not
it's
having
like
it on top of our head. Oh, so let's talk about how we were gonna barbecue over the weekend. So we're like, all right, fuck it, let's go hit up the stores, go buy a barbecue grill, let's go do some dope ass shit. And there's a spot in Inglewood that we like to go to that's Michelada Cups, the best
So
ones.
good.
And we were like, all right, let's go. So we go to get them, and then from there we're debating on going back and buying the barbecue or to go to 106 Underground. We were like, the greatest part was we're walking out, we see this lowrider. I
Badass.
forget what kind of car it was, to be honest with you. And we're just mesmerized looking at it, and the guy walks up to us, and we tell him like, "Hey, nice car," and he's like, "Thanks." He's like, "Hey, go to what do you say?" He said, "Go to Hawthorne Boulevard between
Hawthorne
El
and-
Segundo and
and-
Redondo Beach." No,
It was
El Segundo and
Hawthorne through,
Rosecrans.
yeah, Rosecrans.
Yeah, we went. That was one of the funnest times I've had.
I regret
Out of nowhere.
that we went to fucking El Pollo Loco, even though El Pollo Loco's bomb, but
Yeah.
because they had little food stands there. I mean, you kind of want to support like the little local areas.
Well,
too.
like we didn't know that there was food there.
Nah, it
We're
was
on
our
the
first
way.
time.
We're like, "Hey, this is our first time going to this." I was like, "We should stop for a local get some food." So that way we don't have to worry about food when we're there. Be hungry. We don't know if there's gonna be any little restaurants or anything around that we would like. So we eat. We get there. They have all these little food vendors. They have literally people pulling up in trucks, pulling out full DJ booths. They have full car clubs. Like, and I'm talking about nice high end cars. Like they're old school cars, obviously, because they're lowriders. But
dude,
you could tell like
badass.
some of those had like 100K put into them. You're like, oh yeah, you
Some of
definitely
the
spent
paint,
10 years.
some of the
building that.
paint jobs on them. Oh my god, that green one.
Oh yeah, that was like a no exaggeration, like at least a $20,000
Yeah.
paint job. It sounds ridiculous, but it was that nice.
Yeah, definitely. It was funny because I was like, I was asking Jose if there's gonna be any like, I wonder how big it was gonna be, and we're like, oh, watch there only be like 3-4 cars, and they're just like hanging out, and then like an hour goes by and it's packed. The
Yeah,
whole inner
insane.
like, cause in between the two like, roads, there's like a whole like parking lot section for all the
There's like a
cars.
median in that street, and in that median, it's big enough to park cars in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they stack up all their lowriders. They're
this
really
shit was
really
sick
cool.
as fuck.
And there's like three different sections, but it was like the middle part that was like the most
Oh, super
important.
poppin'. We met this old dude who was super dope. You said just like your uncle.
Yeah.
It was a sick looking Continental there, slam. Super sick, white suicide doors, dope as fuck. Whole lot of girls, whole lot of everything. We were just chopping it up with everybody.
A whole
That
lot
shit
of our
was,
favorite type of girls too.
ooh, yeah.
The girls with the lip liners.
Some toxica
Oh,
cholas.
oh,
That'd
I
be our
don't know
weakness.
what it is. I
That'd be
just
our
want to be
weakness.
yelled at in Spanish. I don't know. I don't know Spanish fully,
Pass
but
me down.
I just want to be yelled at like that. uh, yeah, super cool people. The food smelled good. What are you doing something?
It got stuck on my hand. I was just trying to get out of it. I was like, I'm gonna try to ruin the video footage.
And then we're like hanging out, and like then you get those like we had like two kids on these little moped motorcycles that are kind of being obnoxious and
Oh, for
everything.
sure.
If you see this video, you kids fucking suck. You guys are annoying as shit.
Super annoying.
But yeah, bikes came out. Then you had some like trucks come drive around. Couple Harleys,
Ooh, yeah,
and
there was
then
a whole bunch of Harleys, and then a couple clubs came around. That was super
yeah,
dope. Um, the clubs were super sick, but everything was just dope. Like the whole street was just slow traffic. It was literally cruising. That's what it was.
yeah.
And people were just hitting switches. Like,
Ride low, go slow, baby.
yeah,
It was like
it was super sick.
honestly the environment was super friendly and super cool. Everyone was like super nice, chilling. I mean,
Everyone's walking around drinking. No one cares.
yeah,
There was like no cops. I think there was one cop, and he actually got me in trouble.
yeah,
We
he's
won't say what happened, but I got in
definitely
trouble. My luck. And it was in the back alley when we were leaving, like on some dumb
like
shit.
we're just trying to get go home and whatnot. But that's a good 7-Eleven spot. That's a party foul.
The
Oh,
biggest party.
nachos. Good thing there's a towel over there.
Got super
Uh,
lucky on this party time.
this is why this is a $0 productions over here.
That's why we're limited on budget. It's okay. My bad.
That was that before or after the second visit to. Only went there once.
Oh, we did go to Underground again before that. We got more food. Oh, tell me why when we were at that cruise too, like super cool old dude.
Ran into the
Yeah,
guy that we saw at 106.
we saw him at 106 the time before, and then we run into him, super dope. And then he was like making jokes with us. He's like, "Hey, afterwards, let's uh, let's go to 106 after this cruise." And we were all laughing because that shit sounded dope as fuck, and the food there is bomb. But unfortunately, 106 closes what, like at six?
Seven
Okay, yeah,
o'clock, I
7.
think.
Yeah, so unfortunately, that wasn't gonna work out too well.
Yeah, although, dude, that sounds so good right now. Dude,
106
sounds so
smacks
good.
all the time. Ooh, on a Sunday right now, that shit's probably insane packed. I'd have to pull up on the Harley for sure.
Yeah, I'll sit on the back, no problem.
It'd be so funny to have you way bigger than me in the back of the
He's on
Harley.
the back of the Harley. You think you would pop a wheelie?
No.
You think we could try it though?
Yeah, well, obviously we could try it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, but
Yeah,
we'd
South
both be in the
Bay,
hospital.
South Bay cruise was cool.
Yeah.
They're doing another one this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Doing another one this Saturday. I think they said they do it
First Saturday of every month.
first Saturday every month.
Super
So
poppin', though.
definitely
Super dope.
gonna have to start going, hitting that spot up and everything.
I think it's just like a fun, free thing to do. Like when
Yeah.
you think about it, like sometimes you go out, you're like, fuck, every time I go out, it's $200-$300 or something like that, or even $100, whatever. And it's like with this, it was like, dude, we literally spent like $10 on some beers, and we literally just fucking
just walked up and down.
walked around. Yeah. Okay, no, I take that back. We spent like $20 because we had the Michelada cups, plus
Yeah.
a couple beers, whatever. But it was like literally you're just walking around, making friends with people, seeing like everyone's like nice hard work into their cars. So yeah, I'd say I definitely see us making it a routine thing, especially with summer around the corner.
Oh, and it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Because they said that it's just now starting to take off. So I mean, if it's just now starting to take off, then you figure in the next like months to come, it's probably.
The
gonna
street's
get
about to be a
really fucking-
parade.
Yeah.
It's literally gonna be a parade, and it's super worth it.
Yeah.
But tell me why when we're over there getting those Michelada cups, tell me why the hood feels more like home than anything.
It does.
Like, why
There's
is that
something
such a
about
home
it.
feel?
It's the I don't. It's like the smell mixed with like the sound of like there's. It sounds funny, but like the sirens, you get like the sound of like honking cars. It's a city sound
Yeah.
and vibe and everything, but like
The people are nice. As weird as it sounds,
yeah.
like everyone's like, "Oh, like people are mean." It's like,
I mean,
well,
you see,
are you out here like, no offense, but it's like, are you out here like representing some neighborhood, or are you just like, just being a regular person? Like, you're just a regular person. The hood's dope. Like,
yeah, but if you're like out there trying to
represent something, it could get a little
claim your
dicey.
clicks and whatnot, I don't know. I find that kind of
It could get dicey for sure.
yeah.
But I mean, two each around too at the same time.
I mean, there's a guy doing a podcast on the side of the street.
We saw some guy doing some whole gospel lecture, and he was getting all into about race and everything, and he literally had this full camera set up on him, like better than our camera set up.
Yeah, he had
on the side of the street, on the curb.
He had $100 production at least. It's on zero. Because they didn't want to make eye contact, and I had a full convo with them. Me, Derek, Mike, and the boys. We got baptized there.
Why do I feel like you keep rocking like you listen to music?
I know I am. I was just like,
I'm in the hood.
I'm just like picturing like when we were in there, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. I honestly I like the hood, and
so
like,
do I, for sure.
I mean, I guess I wasn't raised in like the
yeah, but you like spent a lot of time in Inglewood as a kid.
Yeah, but some people are like, oh well, if you didn't live every day of your goddamn life in the hard ghetto, like you haven't been to the hood. It's like, okay,
I feel like that's so debatable though, because I'm sure there's probably like.
I guess my street cred passed me the opener.
I feel like everyone has different experiences.
Isn't there.
But it also depends, because there's people that grew up in tough neighborhoods that never were involved in any of that scene. They were just regular people, just hanging out in their house.
I'm not a gangbanger, but I like the feel of the.
You like just being
the
in the neighborhood.
of the hood, yeah.
You like the sense of like community coming together.
Yeah.
I think that's what it really is.
That and dude, honestly, the hood has some of the best fucking food, and I'm a big boy and I love my food. And
you're big?
They got I mean just a little bit, but dude, it has some of the best fucking food that you can find. Really.
It's all water weight.
Like there, it is. I'll go run after this. I'll look skinnier than you for sure.
Come back.
We actually
so
share.
funny.
We share the same clothes and shit. Same closet, everything. Definitely gonna have to go back though Saturday. I think Saturday's gonna be a fucking.
I think we need to go back. Oh, for the car show, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And then I say also we need to go get some food for 106.
Yeah.
We should go tonight. It's actually probably not too late.
106. It's only 5. I mean, there's still.
It's a little dicey.
Yeah, I mean,
Still
I'd rather go, but I work the rest of the week too. I got like all day fucking work tomorrow. That's why yesterday was fun when we
I
worked
to our hometown.
Well, we just did like a quick little turnaround trip just for him to go to the DMV to find out that it's
fucking the whole
apparently
system was down
for everything.
Yeah, like statewide
So,
DMV was down since like a couple days back now, so it's been like 4 or 5
But
days.
before
straight.
that, we had a beach day.
Ooh, we did have a beach day. That was fun. I forgot.
Well, it was more like
too.
a beach afternoon, midday.
Yeah, we didn't have a full beach day, but
because we were out in the backyard, fucking lifting bricks and tearing it up in the backyard.
So right now we're redoing my whole backyard. We're trying to make it like a fun patio type setup where you can hang out and do all sorts of cool.
Well, we take
shit.
donations too.
Yeah, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for our fun backyard events.
You can,
if you send over 500, we'll invite you over.
You're allowed to come over any occasion. You can host a party back here.
If you go donate more than 5,000, we'll invite you every time we do something in the backyard.
If you invest 5,000, you can sleep in my bed. That's not a joke. I need a cuddle buddy. But dude, beach day, fun, hanging out with old friends, and got to roast a couple.
You roasted everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what the best part about being your best friend is? I don't get roasted. I just help contribute to it.
I just hear your voice. Hey, don't give no fucks. Just roast everybody. Like, who was that? Who was
God?
that?
Taylor just just shooting everybody down.
Yeah, that I think that was probably the most fun. That and
I got a question.
I don't think
I really got a serious question. Why do you like Toxicas so much? Why do you like toxic women?
Because
I noticed you have a thing for them.
like my post says, Good
Good
girls
shit,
ain't it.
bro.
I like whores and toxic. I don't like whores. That's the hey. We can't whore shame or slut shame.
You're a
We're
whore.
not. We're not saying that anybody is or isn't one. I would never call someone that to their face.
We call girls strippers.
Definitely, I would call you a stripper. But that's a compliment. That's a compliment in our book.
And
So
honestly, yeah, being a stripper is actually a compliment now because we came to a conclusion. First of all, they're
hardworking
stupid
as
fine,
fuck. Fine. They make
ambitious,
good fucking money. Real
Yeah.
good money.
insane money to be exact.
And we have.
And honestly, if you think about it, like most people that put them down couldn't even do the job themselves. Like, are you fine enough? Is that ass you have fat enough?
Yeah, it's
Are
usually
you
people.
gonna need tips?
People that down
if you
them
work there?
so bad are like the ones that kind of hate themselves for not being attractive enough to do it. Because
Yeah,
it
that's
definitely
kind of
takes a
fair
certain mentality to be
You
able
gotta
to
be very
get up in
confident.
front of people and literally.
Shake what your mama gave you.
Yeah, I was gonna be more derogative, but
What,
derogatory.
what were
but
you gonna say?
I was gonna say spread your butt cheeks, but like I mean,
uh,
I mean, I would do it for like $1,000, but like those girls are they definitely have some fucking some style, dude. I saw one chick do some crazy shit on the like a fucking spin. I saw one go hit her head.
we did see that. That shit was fun. She was at the very top. Her shoe broke or some shit. She went all the way down. You hear the big old clunk of like the heel hitting the stage, and you just see her head just boom, like almost to the point where the head almost bounced.
It was
And it was
definitely a
like,
bounce.
oh, and I just looked away. I was like, okay.
We definitely finished the game. We couldn't watch.
It was bad enough to where she went home right after that. Like, you know she was embarrassed. Like, oh, shit.
I'm embarrassed reliving that moment. That poor girl should do one of those.
That's Taylor's code word for I'm going to holler at these girls.
You can't
So-
do that at regular
That's what
bars
Taylor,
and
yeah, I was going to say,
shit.
that's what you do at bars. Taylor walks up to girls and then he goes like this.
Imagine walking up to a full table of girls and just, what's up? No money in your hand, you just do this? Like, what are you doing?
What do you think would happen if you actually
I'm like,
did
that's
it
my-
with money?
If you did that with money?
Yeah, like hundreds or 20s at least.
Oh. No, not 20. I'm not wasting 20s on
I know, I'm
on
just
a-
saying. We're talking about theory.
Okay, theoretically, one of them's gonna go home with you. If you did that, you figure 20, 40, 60, 80, 60, 80.
You're
Dude,
counting
fucking-
it? You're like, text right up, text right up, text right up.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey, I'm
5,
gonna need a
1, 2, 3,
receipt
4,
from you
5,
girls. Damn, that shit's funny. I can see that for sure.
But realistically, if you were to do that to a group of girls, that would be an interesting.
If
That'd be
you
a
guys
funny- that'd be a
fund us,
viral
if you guys
video.
fund us some money, we will do it.
Go fucking
I-
do that. On it, and
I
we'll,
will have you guys. I will have you record it and I'll do it.
we'll record it and we'll do it,
Yeah.
dude.
I'll find a
it's-
group of hot girls, and I'll
Just straight up walk, and they have to be someone you don't know. Like,
Yeah,
you can't be like,
100%.
oh, I met this girl once before. It
Yeah.
has to be like someone you legitimately don't know. And I definitely there's gonna be one that gets mad, one that laughs, one that's gonna grab the money, and then one that's going home with you.
Yeah, I feel like there's.
It'll be
they're
it'll
pretty
be
spot on.
all four of those. Definitely, yeah. There'll be
Or you
one,
might find one that does all four.
and you take home the one that does all four.
We won't say what all four is.
Or you take
She's
home,
on all four.
or you take home all four.
This one
See, I'm
has
just picturing that now. Just like you just walk up to a group, just
the life of a billionaire.
and then you just like, what do you do after that? After you drop it, say you did that with $50. You just da 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 $50, and then you just
50
look at them.
ones?
50 ones.
Nah, it's 51 now. If it's not a regular people.
It's just they're just regular people.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it has to be more.
But
because the
okay,
way it's
but
gonna
do you
come
know?
off.
Do you know how how much that's gonna?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If the people want to sponsor us for like 4Gs and we fucking go with like some 50s or some 20s and we just start fucking making it rain on the table.
You're just gonna go spend. I wouldn't do 50
Like 2Gs and 50.
and 50. Okay, that's not a lot, but then you're gonna start a fucking a little tussle because you know people are gonna be. I might pass over $1 bill. No, I'd pick up $1 bill. But no, but a 50. If I'm sitting at a table and I see somebody next to me at a regular, you're at a sit down, you're at BJ's and you're sitting there and you see a group of girls just getting 50s just dropped on the table and they're floating onto the ground. You're saying you're not gonna lean over and pick up that 50? and someone
I
else
mean,
ain't
I'm
gonna.
just saying, if it does one of those weird,
Into
it
your
lands
pocket.
next to me,
Like that's because you would definitely start. There was a police chase like that.
oh yeah, I know
They
you're
were just
talking
throwing
about.
money out the window, and people were getting in the way of the cops. And
I
they
remember
couldn't.
that it was fucking it up for the cops because I think was it a bank robbery
Probably was.
or some form of a robbery, and I remember what you're saying. They were just throwing cash out, and it was fucking it up for the cops because the public was getting in the way, so they couldn't get the criminals.
But it's like, what are you gonna do, dude? You see $100 bills flying out the window, like you're gonna go grab those $100 bills.
Oh, for sure.
Honestly, even if they were $1 bills and people were just saw them flying out, people are gonna go grab that money.
I'll be honest.
It's just free money. Free money.
No, $1 bills, it'll get dicey, but if it's a 10, people will do it. 10 and up, for sure, you'll get people.
If you saw a bunch of ones flying out,
but how many ones? Like
you saw, like could be equivalent to $100, $200.
No,
You're gonna grab a handful. You're probably gonna still grab a handful.
it would have to literally be like within arm's reach. Like I wouldn't go across the street.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go rush across the street.
It'd have to be like because it fell literally in front of me. You're like, all right.
But if it's hundreds and they're being
but tell me you wouldn't go across the street for a whole big like if you saw not $500, but 500 bills that were all $10 bills. I would cross the street for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Once it hits that $10 mark, everybody's in. I don't care who the person is.
I'll cross the street for chicken wings. So, I mean, how that handful of ones could get you some chicken wings at 7-Eleven. Shouts out 7-Eleven. I'm trying to be sponsored.
What was the joke you said? The other day, you're like, it's better than heaven. It's 7-Eleven. Like, damn, boys.
Yeah. What else did we do with that? We had the Beach Day. We had after that fucking that silent disco rave thing. That was. I've seen those in movies and stuff, but
it was cool because it was a different new experience.
It's a cool idea.
But what made it kind of like a little tough in some scenarios is because it's like there's so many different songs and everyone's clicking to something else and trying to pair up with somebody that's listening to the same thing as them, as well as like I'm more into like the hip hop and stuff. So
that
like
was the red color.
Yeah. So like the hip hop one was like it turned into like a techno. So after a while I was like this is cool, but it's like I'm trying to do like the hip hop thing. I'm not trying to like do like a whole bunch of techno right
Could you have taken those headphones? Did you have to get those back?
I left them with our homies, so I don't know what they did with them. I probably got charged. I probably fucking got charged like $400 a piece on them. I think once they go so far away, they don't work. Like they turn off. So it's like pointless to keep them.
Well, no, that's fair enough. That makes sense.
To where it's like people, and also like because it costs a good amount of money to get them, I feel like.
Because the tickets are free. Christian had the tickets, right?
Right, but what I'm saying is like, because you pay a good amount for the headphones, usually like, because the cover, you could say like in comparison to like it's a high cover charge. You usually get like good quality people, and like they'll return them back. Like they're not gonna.
Yeah, most people aren't gonna steal them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken them. I just would have liked to borrow them for a long
What's
time.
cool is like, what's cool is that spot is like making fun events to happen there.
I didn't even know that was like. I thought that was like a lounge spot for like just the beach. I didn't know it was like an actual like.
No, it's dope.
A
it's
bar. Is that like a cafe?
It's a new restaurant. It used to be a 50-50 Slater's. We're talking about
Slater's 50-50 used to be there?
Yeah.
Dude, Slater's 50-50 is fucking bomb.
Honestly,
I didn't know that.
That shit never hit there. You'd see like one person ever in there.
Dude, go to the one in Huntington, dude. We went to 50-50s all the time. Like, that shit's so good.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying, like, in Hermosa, it did not.
I had my first peanut butter jelly burger there. It sounded fucking crazy. I didn't order it. Somebody did.
Look, it's literally just white bread with peanut butter and jelly.
No, I didn't order it. Somebody ordered it, but I tried a bite of it, and it was surprisingly good. I wouldn't order it again or anything, but, like, if it's there, like, I'll take a bite. But no, if you...
Chicken wings? 7-Eleven? I mean, if it's there, I'll take a bite.
If it's there...
You haven't even paid for it. You're putting your arm behind the glass and you're reaching to grab them?
Hey, don't get in the way of my chicken wings, bro. I think...
Is this pizza fresh? You're trying to grab the pizza too from underneath?
I get a job. I get a job there just for a day, just so I can get the pizza and wings.
You know those? You know, remember how we were at Home Depot the other day and you had that arm thing with the trigger and
Hell yeah,
it's
the
the claw?
little fucking.
I can see you get one of those to reach over and grab the hot dogs too. You just pull the hot dog out.
Dude, that'd be dope. You would need one of like like an extender, like a for it to turn. But I get.
So are
I
you
get
deep in thought on how to get this now?
I'm all designing a plan for it right now. No, yeah, definitely would have to make something like that.
It'd be dope though. Send it.
Full
Run
send.
it.
So yeah, after that, fucking
I feel like we just did so many different things.
It
Still,
felt
we
like so
went to
much.
Lighthouse and stuff. It's just such an eventful week. Like honestly, it was so eventful that it took away from us being able to do a podcast. And we talked about it. We're like, we need to like make sure we do eventful things so we have fun stuff to talk about on the podcast. And it got like almost like where we did too much fun stuff.
And now we're forgetting like what
Yeah.
fun stuff. Because I know once the podcast, once we stop, we're like, damn it, we should have
starts
talked
from-
about that.
Yeah, why did we say
It's
this? Why
like-
did you say that?
I almost want to put up a calendar and like start writing down like we did this on this day.
Our ratchet.
And like
our ratchet calendar. Dear diary, today's ratchet things.
like
Today's
did you slide into anyone's DMs this week or anything? Or did you talk to anyone? Oh, he did. Whose DMs did you slide into?
My wifey number one, my wifey number two, your wifey number one.
I'm trying to think. Who did I slide into?
I slid into your wifey number one.
Who?
Tatted wifey?
I know. I'm just kidding. I just wanted them to know.
Oh, yeah. Taylor got a tatted wifey. She's fun. She's really nice though, actually.
Oh hell yeah!
She's actually like genuinely.
Just got a follow from this one chick. Don't look at it. I was like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Ma.
I was just looking at the ones I slid into DMs.
Go back to who sent you that request. Let me see.
This girl, cute little hand. I love Hispanic women. I don't know why. I do know why for sure. With that ass, no, it's more like that personality. But that ass is
personality. Like I don't know.
That ass, yeah, that ass is definitely a thing.
But like, you like there's a difference between like having an ass and having an ass.
Well, there's okay.
Like there's levels to it. Let's be honest. Like.
All right, shape over size. I think.
What do you mean? Like what do you?
So say a girl just has a big ass. Is that more important than a girl that has a perfectly shaped ass?
Are you saying like, okay, this girl was like way overweight and now she just has a big ass? Or are you talking about she got a big ass?
She just has a big. So like, all right, a Nicki Minaj ass.
Oh yeah, I take that over everything. Come on, send it.
Over a perfectly shaped
yeah, but when
ass?
you're saying
like
perfectly shaped, you're talking about like some little bubble butt.
No, I'm talking like.
One hand. That's not a real ass. That's just like, that's your human anatomy.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but no, because there's some girls with like big butts, but they're shaped like perfectly like.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but like. I
guess big and a nice shape versus just a big ass. Like,
I guess what makes it different for me is like the defining line is there's actual big ass and then there's like you just
fake big ass.
No, like there's big ass, like damn, that's huge big ass, like that's impressive. And then there's just like, oh well, you're just a regular girl that has an ass. Cause like I feel like for me it's like pass or fail. It's not like
there's got to be a good like, you know, like a clamp on it. Like you don't want to do one of
those. We call those little booties. We got little.
Like when you got like a.
You got little booties.
When you got the undercheek looks good.
Or her whole
and then
back is
like,
flat.
It goes like from from the camera.
You say where it goes flat and then
goes
just
straight.
just barely a little.
That little cut.
We call it one of these.
That little fucking. Actually, in Korea, this was like a little heart. That's like I love you. See, look, it's like the shape of it.
And in my heart, that means she got no ass.
She got no booty. I mean,
we like. You want to be able to grab it with two hands, but damn, there's still too much.
At minimum, one fucking. One hand. I mean, like, not one hand, but not the whole thing.
You like it when you grab one full hand and it's all stuffed and filled, and there's still a lot more. Well, then you're like, damn, thank you, God.
Mainly, I wanted to be able to do the pencil or pen test. And what that is if you can let it sit under your butt cheek without fucking doing that
Nah, that's
fucking
kind of weak though. Low key.
the the pencil test.
Yeah, it's low key. Low key.
How is that weak? That means it sits. That means her
I've
leg.
been
Here's
at
her
the.
leg.
I've been at a.
That means her leg and her butt cheek can hold the pen without.
Yeah,
her
but I
having
feel
to-
like for a lot of girls that wouldn't be too difficult.
for a lot of girls that is difficult, and I will
You
point
could do
out.
it.
I can't do it for
Yeah, you
sure.
can.
No,
Here, try it. Do it right
no, I have
now.
tried
Do
it.
it for the
I
camera.
can't do it. We'll go out tonight, and I will point out,
Do it right now on the camera.
and I will hand out pencils to everybody, and I'll be like, "Can you do the pencil test?"
Listen.
Pencil test would be like, what's her face that
Yeah, I
stood
done
us
that.
up. She can't do it.
Oh. I don't know.
A lot of them
I
can't
think it's
do
just
it.
debatable. Like it's all situational. It's hard to tell. Like obviously if the butt matches the body too. Because don't be honest. Like, wait, don't be honest. Be honest. The skinny waist too. The skinny waist.
Oh, that
and
tiny
then
waist when the
go-
tiny
like
that hourglass
Look,
shape,
yeah,
like
exactly what I was about to say.
which honestly it doesn't make sense. Like it's like, is that healthy? The hourglass shape, like, cause dude, there's some girls that
I
literally
don't
have
give
like
a fuck if
a
it's healthy.
tiny, like, dude, how do you have a tiny waist like this and your ass like literally goes like you got big yitties, tiny waist, but then
Oh,
your
let's talk about
boobies like.
okay, hold on. Let's talk about Sam's. Let's talk about your wifey.
I wouldn't call her my wife. My wifey was that one with the tattoos that was doing that crazy shit on it, and I fell in love. I had a crush. I have a crush. I don't call no one a wifey until I put a ring on her finger, but I'll definitely pretend so. I'll call her my princesa. Mi princesa.
That's toxic. This one's getting toxic
Shit.
now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what other adventures we get into this like next couple days.
I know we need to make like check marks. Like we did this
But the
on this
thing
day,
is,
so
like,
we know like
the thing
what
is,
we're.
like for you and I, like we come across dope shit because we're just like
Just
fucking.
so
You and I are just like
randomly, too.
it's so random, and we're just always like fuck it, let's go out, let's see what happens. And the next thing we know, it's like, oh shit, we're at Tupac concert, like
Shit, underground, let's go. Yeah, it's.
like dude, we're trying to get by micheladas to fucking barbecue at the house,
Oh,
and we
yeah,
run into
bomb-ass
fucking
carne asada,
we run into a
too.
fucking cruise, a car cruise, like with dope ass people, and we're just walking around drinking, and everyone else is too, like sick as fuck.
Yeah, there's some fine ass girls there, dude. The
Oh,
ones doing that
too
stand
fine.
and everything.